Tune Into Care is produced in Meanjin, Brisbane on Turrbal and Yuggera country. We acknowledge the traditional owners as the custodians of this land, and we pay our respects to elders past and present. Tune Into Care is brought to you by Wellways Carer Gateway. Carer Gateway is an Australian government initiative providing free services and support for carers. Emily has a story that probably a lot of you listening out there will recognise. For her, the normal strains of caring for 5 children and her work as a nurse were amplified a year ago by a serious diagnosis for her second eldest child. This seismic shift in their family life means that Emily is now one of the thousands of carers around Australia attempting the great balancing act between work and hospital visits and being a great mum for her other 4 children. Emily was pointed to the Wellways Carer Gateway for support and has been receiving one-on-one coaching sessions through their facilitated coaching program. We invited Emily into the studio to talk about her caring journey so far, and then, with the help of 2 coaches, we got a better understanding of what coaching is about and how carers can benefit from it. Emily, it is so wonderful to have you a part of Season 3. I've done this with most of our guests that have joined us so far. I'd love to know, firstly, who's Emily?
So I'm a mum of 5, and I'm a nurse. I've been caring for my daughter Hope for the last year, who's had some both medical and mental health issues. And it's just been an interesting time.
I can imagine. You were a nurse before you were caring for Hope.
Yep.
What's that transition been like for you? Coming, I guess, as a professional, you were a nurse, so you've obviously spent your life, working life caring for people. How has that transition been?
It was a tricky one, I'd say. I suppose I kind of felt a lot like I should know everything. And when it comes to my kids, my nurse brain turns off and I'm just back to a normal person that doesn't understand anything. So I think that transition was difficult. The caring part was normal. I just kind of cared like I did like a mum.
I guess, what are some of the day-to-day challenges that you've faced since you've been caring?
I think the biggest ones are appointments. So when they're starting to settle down now, luckily, but when we first had all of our diagnoses, she was having multiple appointments a week, and it just seemed like we're always out and about. So I think making sure that she gets to those appointments while also trying to return to work, that was probably the hardest things.
Return for work for yourself?
Yes, yeah. So I took a little bit of time off for, I think, a couple of months, and then obviously have to return to work because bills have to be paid.
Bills have to be paid, right? And that's the hardest thing for carers is once you jump in, is recognising, okay, well, this is the other part of what we have to do now, and you're a great mum and you're doing a great job with Hope, and now you're back to work. How do you balance that? Because with your other kids, I think that's because there's so many parents who find themselves in a situation like this, that they then still have to do all the other things for the other kids, and how important is that for you to keep that balance there?
Oh, it is very important to me, and my other kids I've definitely seen an impact on them, but look, I try to take out time, so we do once every now and then each child gets their own separate day where we just spend the day doing whatever they want.
That's nice.
And it's just me and them, and that's it. It's giving them that space that if they want to talk, about what's going on with them, outside of everything else, they've got that space. But if they don't want to have a chat and just keep it casual, it's there as well.
Yeah, which is so important for them to be able to do that. How have they taken on the role to help you out? Because that's almost a big shift in their life as well.
Yeah.
Do they almost become secondary carers to you?
I definitely think in like a mental health way, they definitely have.
Yeah.
It's affected them quite a bit.
Okay.
But they're very much like me. They're very caring kids.
Yeah, okay.
And so they help around the house when they can. We try to put systems in place.
Have you worked with the team at Wellways Carer Gateway on ways to help the kids? Because I think there's a few different programs attached because indirectly, as children, when our parents start caring for someone, we become these carers that we don't really think we are, and we take it all on board in our own way. And through Wellways, there is a really good support system there for kids too.
Yes, actually. My youngest son does young carers.
Great.
Yeah, so they have been amazing, and he absolutely loves it. And again, it's his little space where he can be a kid. He is not a carer. He's not anything but Riley.
A year into caring so far, Wellways Carer Gateway has been there for so many carers. How did you come across it?
It was actually the doctors and the nurses at the Toowoomba Hospital. They gave me all the information that led me to them. They've been really good, actually.
Your experience with Wellways Carer Gateway, how did you find it originally?
Look, really easy, like really inviting.
Okay.
So everybody has been absolutely amazing, so caring and, easy to navigate.
Emily, you're working with Kate, one of the Wellways Carer Gateway coaches. How has she helped support you so far?
So just teaching me, I suppose, to understand certain things. So my brain likes to understand everything. Yeah. So she's helped me try to understand, one, the importance of actually taking care of myself, and helping me work through how to do that in a space that is right for me. So, yeah, the things that I enjoy doing and how I can implement those just into my day-to-day, and how I should just take that little extra time and just go, it's actually okay, not to feel guilty about taking that time for myself.
When does that pop up for you? When does the guilt kick in?
Almost all the time. But it's kind of one of those things you just have to push through and go, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like I've got to talk myself out of this. That's not right. You shouldn't feel guilty about taking that time for you. I've had my little breakdowns every now and then, and that's where I go, this can't keep on going. I have to take that time. I just want to be more relaxed and just at ease.
Yep.
I think we're getting there, and just take a little bit more time out, go for a hike or, something like that. You need to look after yourself so that you can look after your loved one in the best way possible.
Yeah. So what does a session with Kate look like for you, and how have the sessions you've done so far made you feel?
It's been a really positive time. I kind of actually look forward to it every fortnight. Good. Catching up and just having that space to be able to, as I said, like open up and just be able to talk without feeling too guilty about anything I say. Yeah. And it's, look, even though I'm still trying to take that time, take care of myself, it definitely has helped me understand the importance of it and ways, what that could look like for me.
And are you doing that enough now, do you think? Are you managing to find that time?
I definitely try.
Do you?
Like
yeah. It's a balance though with work and kids.
Absolutely.
And caring.
I've gone as far as putting an alarm on my phone to go out and sit on the ground, take my shoes off and just put my feet in the grass and just 5 minutes of nothing.
You love it every fortnight. It's your time that you get to go and do it. And Kate's obviously been a great support for you. What are the type of things that you do with each other, and why are they so special?
So a lot of it is just working on, I suppose, the confidence for me to be able to do what I do as a carer. I just go in, we just sit down and we just chat, and then wherever that leads us to helping, develop my skills.
Have you found the way of sometimes just speaking about what you're going through has been therapeutic in itself almost?
Absolutely.
Just to talk to her? Yeah.
Absolutely, yep. And quite often I'll just go in there, I'll start with, a simple sentence and then I'll be blubbering and she'll be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. How special is that to know that Kate is there to support you?
Oh, it's so important. Yeah. I always feel so guilty about talking to family and friends. I don't want to burden them, the usual feelings. But being able to go in and talk to Kate and, her just letting me go is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's so relaxing.
Do you feel heard?
Absolutely.
You feel listened to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She kind of gets me.
It's really nice that she's there for you, and hopefully for other people in your situation, they can find their person. It's really good.
I'm going to start crying again.
Oh,
Not going to do it.
It's special. It's so important because you do an incredible job with your daughter and the rest of your kids, and that's why this is there for you. I think that's a good spot for us to leave it. Thank you, Emily, for being a part of this.
Thanks.
You're incredibly brave.
Don't say those words, they'll make me cry.
You're an incredible mum from what I see, and your kids are so lucky to have you. And I wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
People like Emily are an inspiration to all of us, and it's great to share her story in hopes that it encourages more carers to reach out and start prioritising themselves. We also invited 2 experts to join the conversation and share their best tips on how to take that step into self-care, even when it might feel overwhelming. It's great to have you both in. Really appreciate you giving up your time to be a part of Season 3 for Tune Into Care. As a way of an introduction, it'd be great if you could introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and what you do.
My name's Gerald. I'm a carer coach, work for Wellways, and I service the Brisbane North region in Queensland.
And my name is Kseniia. I go by Casey very often just because it's easier. I work as a carer coach with Wellways for almost 2.5 years now, and I service the whole Gold Coast area.
All right, let's start with the program. Carers get sessions with coaches like yourselves. Gerald, I'll start with you. Can you run us through what might a coach help with?
So a coach is going to work with the carer to get an understanding of what is important to them and what sort of changes they want to implement in their lives, given everything that is going on around them. So it's a really forward-facing type service, and fundamentally it's about trying to implement change in their lives that's going to bring about something new and positive for them.
Gerald, what are the practical skills that you help them develop once you're working with them?
Well, carers are like the ultimate multitaskers, first and foremost. I think, and they're exceptionally keen observers. Part of the job of a carer is to notice the changes in the behaviours and the health and the well-being of the care recipient. But there's also the day-to-day practical stuff, the management of time, getting to appointments. Problem solving is a really big one. Finance stuff, coordination with support services.
It's a good way to describe it, isn't it? It's finance stuff. It's life admin that they might need help with.
Well, many carers say that basically they find that what they end up doing is thinking constantly about someone else's life in its entirety. And, so there's a lot that goes with that, so they're incredibly agile. They have to work really hard at, I'm on my way to a holiday. No, I'm going to hospital. So things can change at a moment's notice as well.
Kseniia, when you meet a carer for the first time whom you might start working with, what's the one thing you notice most about carers when they first discover the coaching service?
They often surprised that it's a service for themselves, often because it really comes with a lot of guilt that's me time, or do I deserve to have that attention to me when I'm actually supporting my loved ones who are struggling.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed while talking to the carers is that they're not used to being cared for, and they're not in the habit of talking about their own problems because they're so busy looking after everyone else. How do you establish that rapport and I guess build that rapport so quickly, and that helps them open up?
just building connection and like making them realize you are also like either experienced, you have living a lived experience as a carer. You like just connect, I guess, on this human level, and just really making them to understand that you are there to support, and whatever they're going through, just normalizing things, because I think there is a lot of self-stigma when like a carer is just really feeling that they're on their own and self-isolating themselves, and like just not feeling that they are supported or really feel like a burden to bring out any of their challenges out.
Absolutely. I think first and foremost as coaches, we hold space for carers so we can hear exactly what is going on for them, and just, listening and hearing and asking more questions to dig a little deeper, find out what's going on. It's therapeutic when you get to talk about and share your situation with someone else.
I think them feeling that they can be vulnerable, because as a carer you have to be really strong, but like really just open up for that space where they can actually be vulnerable, get the supports, complain, whinge a little bit, and like just feel heard. I think that's definitely like the first step. But then also like we work in a strength-based way. And I'm like, how are you already coping? That's the main question. So we just take it from there, and I guess really work on already what the carer has.
One thing we've heard a lot from the carers that we've spoken to is remembering to look after myself first. If a carer is listening today, what is one piece of advice that you could give someone to make sure they're doing that today?
1% rule for me. Normally what happens with habits you really build on. So I guess that's a rule I think that I'm trying to really work on with carers, when 1% is better than none. 5 minutes per day, this is where with some carers we start, and we really wanting to identify here what is 5 minutes free of worry may look like. So is it like reading a page of book, or sipping on tea, stepping outside on the balcony or area? So we really want to kind of look, and sometimes just sitting on the couch and do nothing, but like allowing this 5 minutes to be whatever you know is possible, but also gonna be helpful for yourself, and we can build on from that. So I will just say, okay, so what's this 1% may look like for you today? That will be my piece of advice.
It's great advice, isn't it, Gerald?
Absolutely, yeah.
What about yourself?
I think, look, I like the idea of carers practicing getting to know themselves better every day. Just a little bit of practice, because often we find that carers will say, we'll ask them what's important to you, and they might reply with, don't know. I don't remember anymore.
Is that a common challenge that you see?
Yeah, it's a common challenge, and often the attitude, because often is that I'm okay if the person I'm caring for, giving care, is okay.
Right.
And that sort of means that it's easy to lose in touch with what's important to you.
You lose sight of who you are in an essence, don't you?
Big time. So any sort of opportunity you can to sort of pay attention to your experience as being a carer, and really sort of having an attitude of learning, what's important to you. So, this is what we like to do in the coaching space as well, is really explore what these things may mean to a carer in a way of looking forward.
So for persons listening today, how can they implement that? You say to check in with themselves, or to figure out what's important to them. How would they stop today and think, okay, I need to do that every morning?
Yeah, well, I like it that you mentioned in the morning, because at the morning is a pretty good time to sit and contemplate. You can write things down, you can make a list. It's about spending time with yourself, for yourself, I think generally is the way to go. So how it looks can be different, but having that intention, I think, is really, really important.
Like Kseniia said, if you do it once a day, every day for 365 days, just a reflective moment, that's going to make a difference over time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or this can look different, because some care is actually very creative and more into art. So like we just say, okay, how about like drawing a picture that will just really reflect your emotional or physical, like your well-being, or like how you feel at the moment. or even like one word or phrase that more can be prompts for diary or like journaling. So finding your own way, I guess, that will work for you. And this is where coaching comes in handy, because we can actually check in with the carer, decide on the tool or set of tools that they will be using. And then like as time goes, next session, we just come in and check in with them. How did you go? What barriers did you meet? And, like, let's work together to actually, like make it more helpful for you all. That didn't work, let's try something else.
So we've talked about allowing carers to carve out a little time for themselves, focusing on what they like doing and taking just a little bit of the focus back to themselves and getting over the discomfort of doing that. What else might a carer learn through coaching?
So we see how other family members put, the other list of tasks and everything on their shoulders, looking for emotional support when they should be kind of the ones giving and helping. So I guess sometimes it looks like carer actually learns how to say no. Carer burnout is real. Mm-hmm. And we sometimes get carers that, like we're talking, they don't even remember what they like anymore, but they're helping their neighbor, their sister, brother, and their friends are still seeking for emotional support because they have some dramas with their relationship. And I'm like, that's too much. Everyone gets a piece of that carer. There is none left. And this is when we actually step in and we just say, hey, is it actually helpful? We know you are this kind person and you would love to help the entire world. We know that, okay? And it's great. But let's just see, if you are not there, then how can you help? Mm-hmm. So let's just then prioritize. What's the number one, number two, number three? What needs to go, or what needs to be at least paused? Just pause, postpone. Just see I get back to you. Or say no, or learning say no. So that's a huge part, and it's not always pleasant and it can be hard, but it's necessary for the well-being of a carer.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, Gerald?
It's been fascinating to see what happens when the carer works to improve themselves and the overall effect that has on the family. It's quite inspiring, to be honest with you. It has a really good positive effect on everyone around them.
So a carer can come to you and say, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what's next. How can we do this? Your job as a coach is to work with that carer to figure out, okay, not just getting the steps in place to help them feel better every day, but the steps in place to get their life back, get a bit of who they were back.
Yeah.
Right.
Being with Carergateway is, a program that's going to be there for you, no matter what, essentially. And that is, for many carers, a foreign concept, to have someone for them on their side, advocating for them and their needs. It's quite a game changer for many carers.
The work that you both do and the coaches do with Wellways Carergateway is priceless.
Thank you.
Well, it's free, but it's priceless. If a carer is listening and they haven't reached out yet to Wellways Carergateway, what would you suggest they do, and why should they do it?
Call 1-800 number. It's free. And if you don't like it, you can walk out, and there is no one who's going to be haunting you, to finish the service. And we do want to help. So I will just say, grab the phone, make the call, and get yourself booked in. We do face-to-face over the phone and online. If you are listening to this, please, my final words will be please reach out for more help, you really deserve it.
Guys, it's been so nice to have your insight. It's really nice that, as I said, that you've taken the time to be a part of this, and the work that you do is incredible with our carers. Keep up the great work. It's so nice to have you in here today, and thanks for being involved.
Thank you so much.
Well, I, for one, hope that listeners take Ksenia's advice there and reach out to access this wonderful coaching program. Remember, Wellways also offers a range of other coaching services, including financial, clinical care and group sessions, vocational coaching, Wander the support van, and you can always drop in to one of the carer hubs. Please visit the Wellways website or call 1-800-422-737 to find out more. To hear more carer stories, subscribe to Tune Into Care on your favourite podcast platform or streaming service. Carer Gateway is an Australian government initiative. If you're a carer in need of support, call Wellways Carer Gateway on 1800 422 737. I'm Billy Bentley. Thank you for listening, and thank you for all that you do.